Hello student, welcome GMI tutorial. Today I am come with new topic in BSc first year students and IIT JAM students, and also for the MSc entrance preparation students. My today topic is continuity. What is the continuity? Before the discussion of continuity, I want to discuss some about information about my channel, my YouTube channel GMI tutorial, that we have contained a lot of content related to your BSc, MSc students, and also for those students who are preparing for IIT JAM and GATE students. If you want to looking some topics related to your competitive examination, you can go to my channel GMI tutorial and open the playlist and watch all the playlists related to your video, including all the student BSc, MSc and all of students. Let's discuss the today topic is my continuity. What is continuity? Before discussing the continuity, I want to say that this is I have started the paper that is name of calculus paper, which is very important for BSc first year second papers and also for the student who are preparing IIT JAM. As we know that continuity, before discussing our continuity, we have to know about the limit. And in the previous lecture, I have discussed about the limit. What is the limit? If you don't see, you can go my playlist and watch the previous video. Now look at here. What is continuity? What is the meaning of continuity? As we know that continuity means is continuous, means लगातार. So continuity क्या है? What is the continuity? Let's see their definition and what is the importance of definition and how can we solve any problem. Let's discuss. Continuity क्या? A function f(x) is said to be continuous at x is equal to a if LHL. What is the meaning of LHL? Left hand limit. RHL. What is the meaning of RHL? Right hand limit is equal to value of function r limit x tending to a minus fx limit x tending to a plus fx is equal to fa. Now we discuss what is the meaning of x tending to a minus. As we know that in previous lecture we discussed about the limit, basics of limit, what is the type of limit, and many problems I have discussed. If you don't see that, you have to go first of all, then you have to see this lecture. Now if we want to say that is the meaning of left hand limit and that is the meaning of RHL, a plus means RHL right hand limit, and also what is the FA. FA we have not discussed about what is the meaning of FA. As you can understand that if fx is any function, suppose that this is y is equal to fx and we have some value that is like x is equal to a, and we have to find the value of x is equal to a and x is equal to a value of fx, then we substitute the value, then we get fa. This fa is called the value of function. Okay, to value of function, you can understand easily that if we have to check any point of continuity at the given point, then first of all we substitute the point in the function and then we get the value of function, and this is the value of function creates the one point for the continuity, and second required point is LHL, left hand limit, and right hand limit. The three most important points if you have find separately, and when we have combined all of these and when these are equal to each other, then we can say that function fx is continuous at x is equal to a. What is my mean? My mean is that if left hand limit is equal to right hand limit is equal to value of function, then the function is continuous at the particular point x is equal to a. But if we can understand that limit of function, as previous lecture we discussed that limit of function, that is x tending to a fx, is something, suppose that L, and this L is not necessary equal to fa in the case of limit. But in the case of continuity, when this limit L is equal to value of function, then we can say that this function is continuous. My mean is that if the limit if the x tending to a, the function fx tending to those limit L which is exactly equal to fa, not approximately, which is exactly equal to the value of function, that then we can say that this function is continuous at this particular point. We can't say that this function is continuous at every point of any region, any domain, like closed interval, like open interval. Okay, तो यहाँ तक तो हमारा डिस्कस हो चुका है कि कोई भी फंक्शन की कंटिन्यूटी चेक करनी हो तो सबसे पहले उसके लेफ्ट हैंड लिमिट, राइट हैंड लिमिट और वैल्यू ऑफ फंक्शन को हम फाइंड करके तीनों अगर इक्वल होते हैं तो हमारा फंक्शन क्या होगा, कंटिन्यूअस होगा। अगर फंक्शन के लेफ्ट हैंड लिमिट, राइट हैंड लिमिट इक्वल भी हो जाए, मतलब लिमिट एग्जिस्ट भी कर जाए यल, लेकिन अगर वैल्यू ऑफ फंक्शन इक्वल नहीं होता है लिमिट के, तो आप कह देंगे फंक्शन क्या है, डिसकंटिन्यूअस। A word is created that function which is not continuous called discontinuous. Otherwise we can say that adding with dis means function which is not continuous. तो यहाँ तक तो मैं आपको डिस्कस कर दिया हूँ, लेकिन एक बात और मुझे बताना है। वन मोर पॉइंट वी हैव टू डिस्कस विथ continuity. If we had to find a function fx is continuous in open interval or closed interval or open interval, means that if we have to find, we have to prove, we have to check, and given some interval, between some interval and function fx, we have to check that is continuous in closed interval, either open interval, then how can we check? Because in closed interval and open interval a lot of point between them, then how can we justify that function is continuous between any point? Some point may be discontinuous. So how can we check? So first of all, when open interval is given, when function fx, we have to check that continuity in open interval, something like 2, 3, something approximately. Then first of all, we have considered that if function is continuous in open interval, then we have checked at least one point, that is function is continuous. So what is the one point we can check between them? So you can check between them any point between them. That has like 2 and 3, that is 5 by 2. 5 by 2 is 2.5, is lies between 2 and 3. You can check at 5 by 2 and you can say that if function is continuous at the particular point 5 by 2 means 2 by 0.5, then you can say that function is continuous at every point. My means that if you had to given any interval as like that a, b are open interval 2, 3, then first of all you have to try that the between point, any one point taken between them, and check them that is continuous or not. If it is continuous at particular point between which lies between them, means this 5 by 2 is lies between 2 and 3 and continuous, then you can say that it is continuous at every point of the open interval. Okay. Now we discuss about the continuity. If we have to check between closed interval, then how can we check? Closed interval, you can check between them. First of all, you check the continuity at a and b, because a and b we know that by definition a including and b means a and b also including the point of interval. Then you can check the left hand limit at particular point a and right hand limit at particular point a and value of function at point a. If this is equal, then you can say that function is continuous at point a. And similarly, we check the point for b. If both exist and both give the finite limit, and which is are equal to left hand limit, right hand limit, and value of function particular point a and b, then we can say that function is continuous at everywhere. Let's discuss some problem related to them. And first of all, we check the function continuous at particular point. Here I am taking a new problem, which is the first type of problem. We can say that we have to check the continuity of this function is defined in two ways, that is x when not 0, x may be equal to anything will accept 0, then value of function is e to the power 1 by x, and when x is 0 then it is 0. Check the continuity at particular point x is equal to 0. How can we check? We know that we have to find left hand limit, right hand limit and value of function. First of all, we find the value of function, that is fa. What is fa? Here a is given 0, then f of 0 what will be given? If we put 0, that is x0, which gives is 0, that is 0. This is called value of function. That is called value of function. How can we find the value of function? Substituting the point in the function and we get the value of function. Why we can't put value of function x is equal to 0 at otherwise x is equal to 0 at that place? Because the condition is given x never be equal to 0. Now let's discuss new left hand limit. About left hand limit, what is left hand limit? As we know that by definition of left hand limit, x tending to 0 minus fx is equal to limit removing by h tending to 0 f 0 minus h. And what is the meaning of this left hand limit? Which means in last lecture we discussed that x less than a means x is less than 0. X less than 0 means x may be less than 0, x not equal to 0 including greater than 0 and less than 0. So we taking this type of function e to the power 1 by x, and that is limit s tending to 0. And when we taking this value e to the power 1 by 0 minus h, and that is we know that 1 by minus h, this is limit s tending to 0 e to the power minus 1 by h. Now the substituting the value s tending to 0 at that place, this becomes e to the power minus 1 by 0, that is e to the power minus infinite, and we know that e to the power minus infinite is 0. We can say that our left hand limit left hand limit is equal to what? This is 0. Look at here. If this left hand limit is something we have obtained, that is 1, 2 by this limit, and this is 0, you stop the manner and you stop this manner and says that this function is not continuous, because first of all you check that the value of function and left hand limit not equal. Then how we don't need to check the right hand limit, because as we know that all three points, left hand limit, right hand limit and value of function necessary to be equal. Now let's check right hand limit. What is the right hand limit? As we know that by definition this is 0 plus and this is 0 plus, this is 1 by 0 plus, okay, and this is 1 by h. And what is the value when this taken x greater than a, means x greater than 0, also taking that function e to the power 1 by 0 plus h. And when we put in this value 1 by 0 is plus infinite, and we know that e to the power infinite, look at here, two values is always remember in case of real instances, that is e to the power infinite is 0 and e to the power infinite is infinite. But in case of complex analysis, always e to the power infinite and e to the power plus infinite is always equal to infinite, because by the sum law of Weierstrass, by some law of complex analysis, all the infinitive come in at the pole. By this law we can say that. Now look at here, what is the right hand limit is come? Right hand limit is come, that is infinite, and left hand limit is 0, and value of function is 0. Look at here, left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit. Left hand limit is equal to value of function but not equal to right hand limit. Hence we can say that function is discontinuous at point x is equal to 0. Otherwise we can say that function is not continuous at x is equal to 0. Okay. Look at here, students, I am taking a new type of problem, that is type 2 problem. You can say that the continuity will ask in another way. How can I? So that the function defined by fx is equal to x sine 1 by x minus 1, when this is minus 1 is separate of this function, and when x not 0, and this is 0 when x is 0. have a removable discontinuity as x is equal to 0. What is the mean of removable discontinuity? You can learn that removable discontinuity matlab function not continuous. But what is the mean of removal? What is the condition of removability? That is left hand limit, right hand limit equal, but limit value of limit at the particular function, value of function at the particular point does not equal to left hand limit and right hand limit. This is called removal discontinuity. This is called removal discontinuity. Okay, let's check that is this condition will satisfy, otherwise not. Look at here, fx is equal to x sin 1 by x. What is the, how can we start? First of all, we taking at the particular point, the here a is 0, which we have to check the continuity. So f of 0 will be, that is given 0, value of function, that is called value of function. This is, I can find it. Now, the left hand limit will be, left hand limit is limit x tending to 0 minus fx, and when limit s tending to 0, f0 minus h, and look at here, the function is this, putting minus h at that place, limit s tending to 0, that is 0 minus h is minus h, putting that place x minus h, sine of 1 by minus h, minus 1, and that is minus 1, and look at here, what is the result? Limit s tending to 0 and minus h, okay, that is sine of 1 by minus h, minus 1. Look at here, this when we substituting the value of h at that place, this h is multiply of that becomes 8, that is 0 into sine of 1 by 0. 1 by 0 means this value is lies between minus 1 to plus 1, which may be something, anything which may be. So in the multiplication with respect to 0 gives 0, total function 0, that is minus 1 is minus 1. Means like our left hand limit is equal to minus 1. If we have to just find only discontinuity, or we have to find the continuity at the particular point x is equal to 0 or x a is equal to 0 or x is equal to 0, then we can say that value of function not equal to left hand limit, and we stop the procedure and we can say that function is discontinuous. Function is discontinuous. Otherwise function is not continuous at a particular point x is equal to 0. But here given that is removal discontinuity we have to check, so also we have to find the right hand limit, and then we can say that this condition will satisfy, otherwise not. So let's check right hand limit. Right hand limit will be, this is plus, and also plus, and that is also given that is 0, and that is also given as minus 1, means right hand limit is also equal to minus 1. No change between the left hand limit and right hand limit of the value, minus 1 and plus 1. These are equal, and we know that when left hand limit and right hand limit is equal, means limit exists at the particular point x tending to 0. But look at here, this condition will satisfy. This is a minus 1 and this is minus 1, but this is what is the fa? Fa is 0. Look at here, minus 1 never to equal to 0. So we can say that function is removal, have the removal discontinuity at the particular point x is equal to 0. Now look at here, something we have to discuss about that, again about the continuity, that limit, left hand limit, right hand limit means limit existing to point fx. When this is equal to limit here becomes a value of function at fa, then we can say that function is continuous. But in this case, look at here, this limit x tending to 0 fx will gives minus 1 but not equal to fa means 0. So you can say that function which is continuous, then the function which is continuous at particular point, then the limit of the point, if we taking limit at that point which is also equal to the value of function, means limiting value of function and value of function both are equal in case of continuity, otherwise which are not equal, then we can say that this is discontinuity. And one type of new problem that removal discontinuity will ask, you can say that left hand limit not equal to right hand limit, otherwise value of function, otherwise L is not equal to FA. L is not equal to FA. Okay. Look here students, I am taking new type of problem, that is question number 3. A function fx is defined in open interval 0, 1 as fx is defined in such a way that x naught 0 is 0 when x lies between 0 and 1 by 2 is 1 by 2 minus x, and when x is 1 by 2 is 1 by 2, when x is 1 is 3 by 2 minus x. How can we solve this type of problem? And what we have to ask them, that is discuss the continuity of the function in open interval 0, 1. Means we have to discuss, means function is continuous in open interval in 0, 1, either not. We have to check. Either here written that discuss means discuss continuous or not. Discontinuous, either continuous or not. So look at here, how can we check? And as earlier we discussed about some basics about the open interval and closed interval. As the function fx is continuous in open interval, either closed interval, first of all we check the boundary points of the continuity and also check the between them of the point, which lies between them of the point. That point if also continuous, then we can say that function is continuous at every point. My means that function, if function is continuous at the every point of the open interval or closed interval, then function fx is said to be continuous everywhere. Function is continuous in the given interval. मतलब अगर फंक्शन कोई कंटिन्यूअस होगा किसी ओपन या क्लोज इंटरवल में, तो उसके लिए कंडीशन है फंक्शन के सभी पॉइंट पर हमें क्या चेक करना होगा, कंटिन्यूटी. तो सभी पॉइंट पे हो सकता है फंक्शन उस तरह डिफाइन ना हो, तो हम क्या कहाँ चेक कर लें, एक बाउंड्री पॉइंट्स पर चेक कर लें ए और बी पर, और एक उनके कोई बीच का पॉइंट हो, उनके बिटवीन कोई पॉइंट हो, उस पर चेक कर लें. तो जैसे 0 और 1 के बीच में कौन होगा, 1/2, तो दिया ही है फंक्शन, तो 1/2 के लिए डिफाइंड ही है दो तरीके से फंक्शन. हम यहाँ चेक कर लें, और चलिए चेक करते हैं. सबसे पहले इस पर चेक करते हैं, 0 चेक करते हैं. तो 0 पे चेक करने के लिए क्या करेंगे हम, लेफ्ट हैंड लिमिट, राइट हैंड लिमिट, वैल्यू ऑफ फंक्शन. तो वैल्यू ऑफ फंक्शन की अगर बात करें, इस पर ही चेक कर लें. लेफ्ट हैंड लिमिट हमारा क्या होगा, लिमिट एस टेंडिंग टू 0, डायरेक्ट कर रहे हैं 0 माइनस एच. अब आप इस पे प्रैक्टिस्ड है, यू आर प्रैक्टिस्ड, दैट इज 0 माइनस एच, एंड दैट इज लिमिट एस टेंडिंग टू 0. एज वी नो दैट व्हाट इज द मीनिंग x टेंडिंग टू 0. 0 पर हम कैसे चेक करेंगे, तो मींस x टेकिंग लेस देन 0, एंड व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ x लेस देन 0, x less than 0 and x greater than 0. Which type of function we can take? Look at here, x is equal to 0 but x greater than 0. So how can we justify that is both are equal? So first of all we check right hand limit. So right hand limit is 0 minus, that is 0, and that is 0 plus h, and right hand limit is 1/2 of x. X is 0 plus h, that is 0, and we put that is 1/2. And value of function is f of 0 is also given is 0. So look at here, f0 is not equal to right hand limit. F0 is not equal to right hand limit, that is 1/2. Then we can say that function is discontinuous at the boundary point 0. But we can't say that function is continuous, because in open interval these point 0, 1 will not lies in the interval, that is 0, 1 not lies in 0, 1 interval. मीन्स 0 और 1 दोनों ही ओपन इंटरवल पे नहीं होंगे. हमें तो इनके अंदर के पॉइंट को चेक करना है, तो हमने अंदर वाला बाहर के पॉइंट चेक कर लिया है. इसी तरह जब 1 पर चेक करेंगे, if we check the 1 point, that is 1, then what we have to say that at a particular point 1, to right hand limit, no, that is now we have to check at particular point x is equal to 1 by 2 which lies between 0 and 1, then we can say the function is continuous or not between a and b. As we see that function is not continuous at the point a, means we can't say that function is not discontinuous in open interval because a and b is not included. If it is closed interval given, then we can say that function is discontinuous. अगर ये फंक्शन हमें क्लोज इंटरवल में दिया रहता और हम जैसे ही जीरो पे चेक करते या फंक्शन डिसकंटिन्यूअस होता, आप तुरंत कह देते पूरा इंटरवल आपका क्या है, डिसकंटिन्यूअस है. लेकिन यहाँ ओपन है, तो ओपन के केस में हम किसी पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट इनके बीच का पॉइंट चेक करेंगे, तो उस पर चेक करते हैं. चलिए उस पर चेक करेंगे तो देखिए क्या होगा. वैल्यू ऑफ फंक्शन चेक करेंगे, वैल्यू ऑफ फंक्शन एट 1/2 पे चेक करेंगे क्योंकि 1/2 इनके बीच में लाई कर रहा है. 1/2 पर कितना है, 1/2. And what is the right left hand limit? Left hand limit will be here limit x tending to at point 1/2 minus fx is equal to limit h tending to 0 f of 1/2 minus h, that is limit h tending to 0. And what is the value of 1/2 minus h? As we can say that when x is less than x is less than a and x is less than 1/2, 1/2, x is less than 1/2, we taking the function is 1/2 minus x, then 1/2 minus x, x is complete portion means 1/2 minus h. मतलब x के प्लेस पर हम क्या रखेंगे, 1/2 minus h रखेंगे. Look at here, that is 1/2 minus h, that is 1/2 माइनस x के प्लेस पर कंप्लीट 1/2 माइनस h. जब माइनस ओपन करेंगे तो ये 1/2 कैंसिल, केवल h बचेगा, लिमिट h टेंडिंग टू 0. तो देखिए आप खुद ही चेक करिए कि इस लेफ्ट हैंड लिमिट की वैल्यू, द वैल्यू ऑफ लेफ्ट हैंड लिमिट इज 0 बट वैल्यू ऑफ फंक्शन इज 1/2. तो फंक्शन की जब बीच का पॉइंट, मतलब इस ओपन इंटरवल के बीच का कोई पॉइंट पर अगर हमने 1/2 पे चेक किया, फंक्शन क्या हो गया, डिसकंटिन्यूअस हो गया. तो फंक्शन इज कंटिन्यूअस एट द ओपन एवरी पॉइंट ऑफ ओपन इंटरवल. तब फंक्शन क्या होगा, डिसकंटिन्यूअस होगा उस सभी पॉइंट ऑफ ओपन इंटरवल में. तो यहाँ पर ओवरऑल मेरा यहाँ कहने का सेंस क्या है कि अगर आपको ओपन इंटरवल दे देता है, इफ यू हैव टू गिवन दैट इज ओपन इंटरवल, देन फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल चेक द एनी पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट बिटवीन देम. And how can we justify that is between point, which how can we choose the between point? First of all look at the function and which is the function that is 0 and 1 as given also a particular point, but 1/2 is given. So 1/2 you take in and first of all check that left hand limit and right hand limit and value of function either are equal or not. If these three quantity are equal, then you can say that function is continuous in open interval. Otherwise if you have to given that is closed interval, अगर आपको क्या दे दे, क्लोज इंटरवल, तो यू हैव टू चेक 3 नेसेसरी कंडीशंस बिटवीन देम. ए एंड बी के बीच का एक पॉइंट चेक करना होगा, जैसे 1/2 पे फंक्शन कंटिन्यूअस है कि नहीं, एंड आल्सो इंक्लूडिंग ए और बी पर भी चेक करना होगा, जैसे कि मैंने स्टार्टिंग में किया. तो ओपन इंटरवल होगा तो आपको बाउंड्री पॉइंट नहीं चेक करना, आपको सीधे इनके बीच का कोई एक पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट चेक करना है, जैसा कि फंक्शन में दिया रहेगा. अदरवाइज आप उस पॉइंट पर चेक करिए फंक्शन जिस पर क्या हो, अगर जिस पर फंक्शन इनके बीच में लाई कर रहा हो और उसी पॉइंट पे चेक करेंगे, आपको पता चल जाएगा. जैसे यहाँ पर देखिए वैल्यू ऑफ फंक्शन और लेफ्ट हैंड लिमिट क्या है, डिफरेंट है, तो फंक्शन क्या हो गया, डिसकंटिन्यूअस. पूरा ओपन इंटरवल क्या हो गया, अगर कह दिया डिस्कस द कंटिन्यूटी ओपन इंटरवल 0-1, तो फंक्शन क्या हो गया, डिसकंटिन्यूअस. अब अगर अपने कॉन्सेप्ट कोई भी इंक्रीज और कॉन्सेप्ट अबाउट द कंटिन्यूटी, तो नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में हमारा जो होगा वो डिफरेंशियबिलिटी होगा. तो डिफरेंशियबिलिटी के बारे में अगर हम आपको बताएं तो कंटिन्यूटी भी रिलेटेड है, जैसे लिमिट से रिलेटेड था वैसे ही डिफरेंशियबिलिटी भी रिलेटेड है थोड़ा बहुत हमारे लिमिट और कंटिन्यूटी से. जैसे अगर कोई फंक्शन डिफरेंशियबल होगा किसी भी पार्टिकुलर पॉइंट पर, अगर कोई फंक्शन डिफरेंशियबल होगा किसी भी पार्टिकुलर पॉइंट पर, तो हम कह सकते हैं कि फंक्शन इज कंटिन्यूअस. लेकिन अगर कोई फंक्शन कंटिन्यूअस होगा तो वो डिफरेंशियबल होगा नहीं, ये आप जस्टिफाई नहीं कर सकते. मतलब ये जरूरी नहीं है कि जो फंक्शन कंटिन्यूअस हो जाए वो डिफरेंशियबल हो जाए, लेकिन ये जरूर है कि जो फंक्शन डिफरेंशियबल होगा वो कंटिन्यूअस. इसके बाद जब हायर मैथमेटिक्स में आप और आगे जाएंगे, हायर क्लासेस में, एमएससी में, आईआईटी जेम से रिलेटेड प्रॉब्लम, वहां एक क्वेश्चन और आता है यूनिफॉर्म कंटिन्यूटी का। क्या आता है? यूनिफॉर्म कंटिन्यूटी। As we can say that the word is clear that uniform means everywhere of the point. Uniform means always, we can say that function always means uniformly continuous होगा, तो उस केस में वो यहाँ कहेगा, वो या तो क्लोज इंटरवल में कहेगा या ओपन इंटरवल में कहेगा। देखिए फंक्शन की यूनिफॉर्म कंटिन्यूटी का मीनिंग क्या है कि यूनिफॉर्म कंटिन्यूटी, जैसे अभी आपने चेक किया ओपन इंटरवल में कंटिन्यूअस अगर नहीं है, जैसे कि नहीं है, अगर हो जाता तो आप कह सकते थे फंक्शन क्या होगा, यूनिफॉर्म कंटिन्यूअस होगा एट एवरी पॉइंट पर। लेकिन यूनिफॉर्म कंटिन्यूटी जैसे हम ये कर रहे हैं, क्लोज इंटरवल ए बी है, अगर ए बी के पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट, बाउंड्री पॉइंट ए और बी पर कंटिन्यूअस हो जाए, उसके बीच के किसी पॉइंट पर कंटिन्यूअस, फंक्शन तो कंटिन्यूअस हो गया। लेकिन उस शब्द को तब एक्सटेंड कर देंगे जब आप क्लोज इंटरवल में फंक्शन क्या हो जाए, कंटिन्यूअस हो जाएगा सभी पॉइंट पर, तो वहां पर सभी पॉइंट पे कंटिन्यूअस ना बोल के हम क्या बोलेंगे, यूनिफॉर्म कंटिन्यूअस इन ए बी, क्योंकि आप ये कहेंगे कि फंक्शन इज कंटिन्यूअस एट एवरी पॉइंट ऑफ इंटरवल ए बी, एक शब्द का ये फंक्शन इज यूनिफॉर्म कंटिन्यूअस इन क्लोज इंटरवल ए बी। तो ये दो शब्द है, आपको ये समझना चाहिए। अब यूनिफॉर्म कंटिन्यूटी कैसे चेक करेंगे, इसी तरह भी चेक कर सकते हैं। हायर मैथमेटिक्स में एक और तरीका है, लेकिन यहाँ पर अगर हम क्लोज इंटरवल के पॉइंट्स पर चेक कर लेते हैं, जिसकी बाउंड्री पॉइंट ए और बी उनके बीच का कोई पॉइंट और फंक्शन की लिमिट बाउंड्री पॉइंट्स पर एग्जिस्ट कर रही हो, तो आप कह सकते हैं फंक्शन क्या होगा, यूनिफॉर्म कंटिन्यूअस होगा इन इंटरवल, क्लोज इंटरवल ए बी में। तो मैंने आपको क्या बताया लास्ट में, दो चीजें बताया मैंने आपको, यूनिफॉर्म कंटिन्यूअस और डिफरेंशियबिलिटी के बारे में बताया। डिफरेंशियबिलिटी के बारे में बस मैंने कंटिन्यूटीज बताया रिलेटेड, कि एक थ्योरम होता है कि अगर कोई फंक्शन डिफरेंशियबल है तो ऑलवेज कंटिन्यूअस होगा, बट अगर कोई फंक्शन कंटिन्यूअस है तो जरूरी नहीं वो ऑलवेज क्या हो, डिफरेंशियबल। तो आज का लेक्चर अगर आपको पसंद आया हो तो लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलिएगा। थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग।